Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract. Kill order 2-28-28-262-262-41, set in Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Chris715. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 familiar faces along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to try to do something a little bit different with our targets this time round, as they do turn up quite often. So we're going to make our way up to the top floor and into Alexa Carlisle's bedroom, and we will deal with her first of all. Now usually we will either poison Miss Carlisle or Mrs. Carlisle, or we will drop a chandelier on her head. So today, to do something a little bit different, we're going to blow her up. So we're just going to make our way up into the changing room area. We're just going to wait for the serving staff lady to make her way away from the shelves in the staff room, and once she has her back securely to us, we can make our way in and grab the propane cylinder from the shelf. We're then going to make our way back into the bedroom, and we're going to place the propane cylinder on the chaise lounge. Now unfortunately this room is full of enforcers, 2 of which to be exact, and we need the gentleman you can see to be stood over by the desk where he is now heading. And once he does that, we can then place the propane cylinder on the chaise lounge. We're going to make our way into the bathroom, and using the free floating bath for cover, we're going to put 1 bullet into the propane cylinder and try not to knock it over. So we're going to aim nice and low at the cylinder there. So all we have to do now is await the arrival of the guest of honor, Miss Alexa Carlisle, and she is actually on her way here as we speak, and she is just entering the bedroom right now, which is perfect as the housekeeping staff member will lose interest. As you can see, he's a little bit too close for comfort. He will move away a relatively safe distance, and when Alexa sits down, we can detonate the propane cylinder, which will not only eliminate Alexa Carlisle, it will knock out the housekeeping staff member who would be between us and our exit. So we're going to hop out through the window, make our way around the balcony and over the edge and down the drain pipe to the floor below, and we're just going to scoot right along the outer ledge here past the window and around and into the bedroom. I believe this is Rebecca's bedroom, and we're going to hop in through the window, and if we turn the picture of the nice doggy on the wall here, we will gain access to the secret room leading to the small office, and we're just going to wait for the bodyguard of the lawyer to make his way over to the window. So once he heads off, we can then open the door. I'm going to grab this can here because I'm still undecided as to what to do with the lawyer. Normally we throw him out the window, which is what the can is for, but as I said, we are going to try and do something a little bit different. And as Alexa isn't here anymore, let's just shoot the lawyer in the head, and we don't have to worry about body clear up. We'll take care of that laptop as well while we're here, and that is 2 targets taken care of. So next up, we are going to head down to the ground floor, and we need to avoid a couple of enforcers, one of which is just up ahead of us. So we can make our way straight down to the ground floor, and unfortunately for our next target, there is only really 2 ways to get rid of them. and one of them involves a gas grenade, which we do not have. The other involves a propane cylinder, which we have 2 of. So we're going to go into the kitchens, grab ourselves a propane cylinder, make our way to the lounge where we will encounter Gregory Carlisle, and we are just going to throw the propane cylinder towards his feet. We don't want to aim at his head. There will do nicely, and then we're going to head back off to the kitchen and grab the second propane cylinder for Rebecca Carlisle, someone we usually again poison. So to do things slightly differently, we will blow her up today. So we're going to make our way back into the lounge with the second propane cylinder, and we're going to place this cylinder on the sofa opposite Gregory Carlisle if we can. It's not letting me. There we go. So we're just going to place that right there in the center, and all we have to do is make our way upstairs. But before we do so, I'm going to go to the changing rooms and grab the rat poison from the kitchen, and this will come in handy a little bit later on for Edward. So now we have the rat poison, we're going to make our way up to the balcony overlooking the lounge, and we are going to proceed with blowing up the 2 propane cylinders and in turn taking out the Carlisle siblings. So we'll start with Gregory Carlisle, who is the easier of the 2, and his wife has just moved away from the area. So we want to line up our shot with the other propane cylinder and put 1 hole in that ready and waiting, and then once Gregory sits back down, we will put a bullet into his propane cylinder, thus eliminating him from the equation. About there will do nicely, and down goes Mr. Carlisle. So we're now going to make our way across the balcony area to the other side, where we will get a nice clear shot of the other propane cylinder, although we are going to have to wait firstly for all of the panic to calm down and the body clear up to begin, and secondly we're going to have to wait for Rebecca Carlisle to make her way into the room. And once all of this has transpired, as you can see, the body is just being removed now. The gentleman removing him is far enough away. We can detonate the second propane cylinder in Rebecca's face. She doesn't go flying very far either, but far enough. So 4 targets down, 1 more to go, and we need to make our way back downstairs and to the dining room, where we will usually poison Mr. Carlisle. This would be Edward Carlisle, the weak-jawed or slack-jawed Carlisle of the family. Now unfortunately I've run straight downstairs and I am between multiple enforcers. There's 2 in front of me, 1 behind me, and 1 in the room just off to our now left. So I'm just going to sort of hide in the corner here and hope no one spots me until everybody stops panicking and stops being enforcers. There we go, and we are now free and clear to make our way to the dining room. And we usually poison Edward Carlisle, which is what we're going to do today, but usually it's lethal poison. Today we will use the emetic poison or the rat poison we've collected. So with the rat poison in the glass on the piano, all we have to do now is kill time until Mr. Carlisle drinks from the drink. So I'm going to go around and close a few doors because I'm not sure which way he's going to go. During my practice runs, he began performing witchcraft, and he was able to pass through doors, walls, and you name it, he went right through it on his way out of the map. And I was only fortunate enough to eliminate him in the bathroom just before he disappeared out of the building. So once we've got all of the doors closed and Mr. Carlisle has sampled the poison drink and is behaving like a human being and not some spiritual entity that is able to pass through solid matter, we can then follow him into the toilet by the changing rooms and introduce him to the drinking water here. Though it's not exactly drinking water, as it will mess with your heartbeat, as in stopping it. So with all of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit is the bridge exit. There is an enforcer between us and them, so we're gonna go out the opposite side of the building and grab the hearse keys, and we will take the hearse as our prize for completing the challenge. So one more trending contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.